I thought about something. I wanted to share it with you guys. I want somebody, if you can, really quick, I want y'all to always remember this word as I begin to speak. The definition of endure, okay? It says to suffer something painful and difficult patiently. It say remain in existence. So endure means to be able to stand still and not waver by what you're being affected with, whatever your times are, whether it's hard times, difficult times, sicknesses, financial situation, whatever it is. When you endure, that means yes, you're going through it, but no, it's not destroying you and it's not breaking you. And so it's, I don't know about you guys, but different things that I'm about to face, I always get warning. And he always prepared me. And I didn't realize that suffering prepared me to go through whatever it is I need to go through next. When I didn't understand why I had to go through certain things so young in life, I didn't understand that my suffering was to teach me how to stand, and not only stand, but it also grow you up, it matures you. And so it's something that I always stood by, and it was Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and 11. And it says this: the race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, but to the one that endure to the end. Okay. And so a lot of people don't understand. It's another one that I have to share. It said, the race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to the man of understanding, nor yet favor to a man of skill, but time and chance happens to everybody. Okay. And so, that means that it's nobody on this earth that's living. You're not separated from things that will happen in life. In this life, we're going to experience a lot of trials and a lot of tribulations. And like I say, it's my child's testimony. If only I can tell y'all what happened on last night, maybe he will release me to be able to tell you guys what happened last night. But I didn't realize how having joy for real really, really pisses the devil off. Like, y'all don't understand how bad it pissed him off. And then the people that he uses. It's not just him, because he's not really effective until he have others that he could use. And so I didn't realize how people hate to see you have joy for real, okay? And so this scripture right here came to me, and I didn't realize that so many people was ignorant, because I understand that so many people hate when you have joy for real. I understand that you have a big audience when you're going through, when you broke, when you busted, when you disgusted, when you're crying, when you're mourning, when you're grieving. It's so mind-blowing how everybody show up when you're going through some stuff. Y'all don't hear me. I told y'all I live in a town where everybody want to celebrate deaths. Everybody shows up to funerals. Everybody shows up to everybody's house when somebody die. But when that household have love, joy, understand what I'm saying, peace, happiness for real, for real. I ain't talking about fronting. I'm talking about when you got that joy for real, for real. It's this type of illumination that comes like the sun. The rays from the sun, it's a rainbow. And so that's what that joy is. I don't know if you ever seen a rainbow after it rained, but it's very beautiful. It's very colorful. You see so many colors, and the aura of joy is like that. And so whenever you have joy, when you have joy for real, just know the devil is coming for that. When you have purpose for real, the enemy is coming for that. And he is coming to kill, steal, and destroy it. He want to kill your joy. He want to destroy your joy. Understand what I'm saying? He want to make you so miserable in life that you have no hope, and then you are in despair, and then you are bound, and then you are depressed, that's when you will have everybody wanting to love on you, because their unhappiness is drawn to yours. And I understand what I'm saying, because there's so many people trying to fake it till they make it. But one thing about real authentic joy is so mind-blowing. James chapter 1, it blows my mind. In the beginning of this particular text, it says faith and wisdom. It says, my friends, be glad even if you have a lot of trouble. Can I put a pin right there? If the Bible is telling us to be glad even when we have trouble, why do people despise others that have joy in spite of what they go through? All they're doing is they're obeying what they are told. Understand? So I'm telling y'all, I'm naturally happy by nature. The joy of the Lord is really in my DNA. Everyone says from birth, I was a happy child. Before the age of 1 year old, my mother told me that I used to have grand mal seizures. I had seizures really bad. She said because I was so happy, they couldn't tell when I was sick. She had to learn my eyes. The type of seizures I was having, they were bad, but I didn't shake. And so my mother would tell me that the nurses would come and get me out of the room because they said that I would be singing to all the other babies that were sick. Even though I was sick, I was singing to the other babies. And then so understand this joy right here is for real, for real. He decided to give me that. And so as she was talking to me, she said, I always kept you close because even grown people had a problem with how happy you was. And so as I went through life, I would hear people say, everybody ain't that damn happy. I'm sorry. This is what I hear about my son. Here she go with that happy. She ain't everybody not that happy. But the Bible says this, my friends, be glad even if you have a lot of trouble. If I told y'all what happened last night, y'all will say, how is she able to get on this live and talk about having joy? Understand, but this joy is for real because through my suffering, when I was telling Big Daddy, stop. Why me? Why I gotta go through this? Why it's always this? Why I'm always facing that? I didn't realize that all that I've gone through and all that I will go through, it teaches me to understand by myself. And some can't stand unless it's somebody beside them. But I don't know about you, but how many out there know how to stand alone? In certain battles, that I had to stand alone. Understand, the battle that I was facing the night before, I had to stand alone. I had to wake up in the middle of the night. I ain't have time to call nobody. I had to wake up and he said, pray. And so I prayed and I thank God for that. But it says, my friends, be glad even if you have a lot of trouble. You learn to endure by having your faith tested. Didn't I just tell you anything worth loving gonna be tested? Understand that. It said your faith will be tested, but you must learn to endure everything, not just some stuff. Because a lot of people, you think you're strong, baby. You're not strong until you face something. It's a lot of people tell me they got this, they got faith, they got joy. But let their money be funny and their honey be acting a fool and their children be acting a fool and life is very hard and they losing stuff. Child, that joy change. That means you don't have it for real yet. But if you keep on enduring, it will strengthen you. It will give you wisdom and it'll mature you. It says endure everything so you will be completely mature and not lacking in anything. If any of you need wisdom, you should ask God and it will be given to you. God is generous and won't correct you for asking. Most of all, but when you ask for something, you have to have faith and not doubt. Anyone who is double-minded is like an ocean wave, tossed around in a storm. If you are that kind of a person, you can't make up your mind and you surely can't be trusted. When you sometimes you can't be trusted. And if some of y'all be trusting that person to give you joy when they're not even stable? Why do you look for joy, love, peace, and happiness from someone that isn't stable? The Bible already tells you can't trust them. Last but not least, so don't expect the Lord to give you anything at all if you don't have trust, if you don't have faith, and if you're not mature, and you don't have wisdom, and you don't know how to stand. Guess what? Anything that you come against will kill you if you don't embrace the process of what it is to suffer, what it is to, I never understood this, and I remember asking Big Daddy, the most jealous people that I experienced the most hate from are the people that appear to have everything. But I found out something. A lot of people don't like how you're able to endure. A lot of people don't like how they may know so much about you, but you're able to smile. I told y'all when I was homeless for 8 months, it got on people's nerve that I had nothing, but I was skipping and I was smiling. And I was still going live. And I was just encouraging other folks, because why were you able to do that, Joy? The joy of the Lord is my strength, number one. And he taught me how to endure. And he taught me how to be glad always. And he taught me how to pray always. And so as long as you have a prayer life, always, it strengthens your faith. I noticed back when I first got started, I noticed that a lot of people are ignorant to the gift of tongues. Everybody don't have that gift. But let me tell you about a set of tongues, baby. A set of tongues will reach heaven so quick when need be. Like I say, my child got a testimony, so I can't go ahead of him. But when God prick his heart to tell you what Big Daddy did on yesterday, y'all will understand, and I'll go behind him to just tell you what was going on my end as what was going on his end. And let me tell you, the prayers of the righteous, they got a pure heart. It's so powerful. It's a lot of times you request prayer from people that don't have a pure heart concerning you. I don't care what they tell you. I don't care how y'all hang out. Everybody that you hang out with don't mean you well. It's somebody despised that you have joy with nothing. I'm telling you, I already told y'all. I saw the most hate from people that got everything they thought they wanted. They got the man, the house, the dog, the cat. They got a bunch of zeros and commas in their bank account, but yet they don't have joy. This joy right here, it cost me suffering, but it didn't cost me a thing that man can take away and man can give it. This joy right here, Big Daddy gave it, and him giving it to me was me going through a lot of stuff over and over and over and over. And I'm talking about great loss, but I was still able to stand. And so I never thought I would be able to get on this live on this morning, y'all, and tell you it all was for my good. And so for, some people, when they throw stuff they think gonna hurt you, it's not that I'm heartless. I don't know, Moneybag said I might be a little, it's not that I'm heartless. He just told me and showed me and taught me how to stand and to count it all joy and to be glad always, even when there's trouble. See, when you're mature, you know how to do that. But people that's immature be sitting back and they think what they throw at you gonna break you. I've seen it so many times where others thought their plots was gonna break me. But they didn't understand I was being made in the dark. I was being made behind the scenes while they were sleeping, while they might have been twerking, while they might have been dropping it like it's hot in the windows to the walls. I was being made. So therefore, when I come forth and the plots of the enemy is trying to come, Big Daddy always block it. Why? Because my joy has been perfected through my suffering and my troubles. So I want to tell you guys, don't hide under a rock when you're going through. It's a lot of people, they won't come out until until the story has ended. A lot of people don't like to come forward when they're going through because they want people to think life is just perfect. Well, y'all know that's not me. I'm very transparent. It is what it is. I don't even know how to fake. Faking costs too much and it put too many wrinkles in your face. This is what I'm saying to you guys. Don't run from it. Stand. And through standing in the midst of it, He's going to give you a strength that can't be given by man. And you won't even understand how you're able to stand in situations that most people crumble. On this week, I will be 46 years old. And when I think back over these 46 years of my life, most people would have committed suicide. Most people would have lost their mind. Most people would have ran and got up under a rock. Most people would have given up. But because the joy of the Lord is my strength, and He strengthened me and chested me with that fire. And when He wasn't satisfied with how I was coming up, He chiseled me down again, and then He remade me, but He made me whole. And so I want to tell you, that person that is going through and have been going through and feel like you're not going to come out, you will be coming out. And when you come out, you're going to be pure as gold. You'll be like the 3 Hebrew boys. You won't smell like smoke. You won't have no evidence of what you're going through. You won't look burnt up. You will just come out with your hands held up. And when you think about the story of the 3 Hebrew boys, when they went in the fire, they were bound. But when they came up, their hands was up in the air. That's what your situation is going to do. It's going to untie you from some things, and then you will be able to come out. I know it's so many people that need love. They need a person to be free, but it's nothing like learning to be free indeed alone. So then when you get connected with your other strength, let me tell you something, with Big Daddy in the middle, it strengthens you. But it's so many people that are wavered. And they lose their mind, and when stuff happens, it's because they're anchored in a person and not anchored in Big Daddy. And when you're not anchored in Him, you will surely drown, die, and you will surely fail. There's nothing else that I can say about that. Point blank, period. When He's testing your faith, you gotta have joy. When trouble comes, you gotta have joy. And so when you think people that's happy is faking it, and you can't be happy like that, it don't take all that, baby. What they're doing is obeying what Big Daddy already told us. He says to be glad when trouble comes, to stand. Okay, I love you guys. I can't wait till I'm released to tell you this testimony. Big Daddy is amazing, but I had to be released from my child first. And maybe when everything settles, we'll be able to come together and just tell you guys how amazing Big Daddy is. I love you guys. Have an amazing day. And most of all, y'all already know what this month is. Y'all already know what this week is. Tap, tap, tap in. Mwah.